Have you ever wanted to turn mods on and off without uninstalling them in text tools, or just turning them on and off in game? I'll be covering in this guide how to install and use Penumbra to enhance your modding experience. So first of all, you need to launch the game through the Quick Launcher. I won't get into details about how to install that, but I'll leave a link in the description. Now when you're in game, type in the chat box /XL plugins. Next, go into the settings or at the button here, and then experimental, and paste in the URL in the description and enable it. When you save and close, under the available plugins, you should now see Penumbra there, which you can then install. For my one, it's already installed, so it'll just show up under my installed plugins. Next, to open up Penumbra, you type /Penumbra. You can also macro this in-game to make it easy to open and close. The first thing to do is you choose where you want Penumbra to keep the mods. Don't set the folder as your text tools modpack folder though. You can keep the default folder too if you like it. The next step is to import your first modpack. You can import any ttmp file you want and it will show up in the installed mods. Now that the installation is done, I'll start to explain how I use Penumbra as both a G-poser and a modder. First, what you can and you can't do. You can load any ttmp file and select whether or not you want it enabled by clicking the checkbox. When you refresh Penumbra, like so, then it will show the enabled mods. You can refresh by clicking this box on and off again. Advanced modpacks work as well by going into configuration and then checking the options that you want installed. This is quite handy for clothing mods where you only want to install one part, or hair mods where you only want to install it for one race. You can also set priorities, so if you want one mod to load on top of another but they have some clashes, just set one priority to be higher. For example, I packed my Kitten Ears mod to include the air flap hider, so that has higher priority than my Mikote sculpt. Now, for some things that you can't do. UI mods won't work because they can't be loaded in on runtime. You'll have to keep them installed in text tools. Since it's an XIV launcher plugin, every new patch the plugin tends to be down for about half a day. But on the bright side, you don't have to remember to turn off your mods before each patch unless you have some loaded into text tools. Now, for some general tips. For hair mods where the hair number is in the triple digits, if you only want to install it for one race, you might need to take Midlander as well for it to work. In character creation, changing something like the hair face number counts as refreshing, so you can play around with changes like that. Same with changing something in CM tools or Anamnesis. If you have a whole package for your OC, or you want to combine mods together and enable and disable them, you can make your own mod packs and text tools. As an example, I combined all my body-related ones into one mod pack using basic mod packs, and all of my sculpt and face diffusers as an advanced mod pack. I'll explain more about advanced mod packs in my next video, but just as an example of the cool things you can do, you can change your makeup in-game, or change your iris. I also have all my hairs on the same hair number, so I can just select which hair I want and refresh to have changes show in-game. Also, if you don't know what a mod pack changes for the gear or the hair, the Changed Items tab will tell you, which is really useful as well. My last tip is, unless you use UI mods, I always like to make mod packs and keep using start over in text tools. It makes everything a lot more clean and allows you to use basic mod packs without really having to think. Having a clean text tools is also really useful for modders. I hope this guide was useful. Penumbra is something that I swear on, especially as a mod creator. Thank you for watching!